when it comes to just running this by yourself,
Yeah.
like I'm wondering, like, do you sometimes feel like you're overwhelmed? I know for me, like when it comes to running my business, there are moments where I feel like I need to take a break, and I'm like, I'm taking on too much, and then my assistant tells me I'm doing too much. You need to take a break, and then I'm like, no, I'm fine. But then I need to take a break.
To be, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. It does take a little. It is a little bit overwhelming, but then at the end, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're doing everything on your own.
Yeah.
You have to play so many hats.
Yeah.
You know, like the cleaning. I do the cleaning. You know, managing the marketing, building the space. You know, being in the front door.
Yeah.
All these things. And it can be a little bit overwhelming. Sometimes you have to take time for yourself as well.
Yeah.
So that way you could continue coming with new ideas and continue.
That's true.
And yeah, and that way for you to move forward. Because if you just working, you don't have time. You don't have that space to kind of add new ideas, or how can you improve your business?
Yeah. Things
like that. So I would say you will need that space. At least one day or a few hours to clear your mind and for you to get moving.
Damn, fucking respect that you're running a brick and mortar. You're doing everything from front to... Dude, that is badass. I think, I don't know if people can appreciate in that. That's some real hustle right there.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I really, really respect that and acknowledge you for that, because it's like, you're really taking it on your own. And I definitely agree that having that at least once a week for yourself is essential, because we need some time to decompress. Because especially since being business owners, it's like you want to keep going, you want to do whatever it takes to get it to grow, and even better if you can get it to grow faster.
Yeah.
We're always trying to figure out ways to improve the business, but we forget sometimes in the middle of that it's important to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if we're not operating well, the business doesn't operate well.
Yeah. That's true. And sometimes, especially there's times where you start a business, you don't have the money, so you have to do everything. You know, but just know that things come within time and at the right time.
Oh my God. You're the third person to say that today.
Yeah, really?
I think every podcast I've done today has said that.
Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah, it's true. Because if you're trying to force something, it's not gonna happen, or it's not gonna go well. You know? So you just have to have that patience, and when it's the right time, it's gonna happen. So that's how this place came to happen. So.
Damn. I fucking love that. That's like the message today.
It's message of the day.
Yeah, literally, like it's like, I was just saying, not here, but in the previous podcast, it was like, success is going to come at its own time. The results are going to come at its own time, not when you want it. It's just, you just have to be patient and keep putting in the work. Exactly what you're saying. I'm essentially just reiterating. I'm just, you know, I'm half tired, but majority, like 70% mind blown with how this is like the recurring message of the day. So, and it's coming from people who are actually doing things.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna hear opinions and thoughts from people who are just, you know, who just like to talk, but aren't doing anything. And that's one thing to be mindful for and be careful. Yeah. Because people are gonna say, like, when people try to give you advice, take a look at the results they've made, and then ask yourself, is this the right person to be listening to? Yeah, and then that's true. And then I've been blessed to interview 3 people so far who are doing who are doing amazing things, and have said the same thing, that, you know, just because that's going to come at its own time, you just got to be patient. Yeah. And you know what, in the time period where you're not doing anything, or you are, make sure you never stop trying to do things that are going to lead you to your goal, because once it happens, you want to be ready. Oh yeah, because like people want the opportunity but do nothing to get ready for it. Yeah. And then they're like, oh shit, they're deer in the headlights, and they fuck up.
Yeah.
And then they say like, it's not meant to be. It's like, because you weren't ready.
Yeah. And yeah, like throughout the years, I've been preparing just by saving little notes or liability waivers or things like that. Once the time came, so remember how my dad was sick?
Yeah.
So when the time came, I opened the studio, the last one, and in 2 weeks I was in business because I had everything. And then my dad was in bed and he would tell me, oh, I feel so bad, I'm not helping you. Once he got better, he came to the studio and he's like, whoa, like how did you do this? Like how did you know how to do this and that?
It's so cool for a father to see. I don't know, being a dad myself, I'm like trying to put myself in your dad's perspective, like seeing your own child make moves on their own.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. You're good.
You're good.
Yay. Yeah. And my dad and I have a great relationship, and I've seen him, go through a lot of businesses. And like I used to work at the swap meet since I was 4 to 5 years old, because of my dad. So me, by watching him, I felt like that made me into a business woman as well.
Oh wow! So you already had like a teacher, like kind of a template to watch from. That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
I think it's And another thing about being a business owner is it's good to ask for help.
That's so true.
And family members who believe in you or friends.
Yeah.
If you offer internships.
Yeah, I think that's one thing as business owners we forget to do is like we feel like we have to take everything on ourselves, and then we sometimes get the gentle reminder, or sometimes a harsh reminder of having a breakdown.
Oh yes, that happens to me.
So like I need to delegate. I need to hire someone else.
Yeah,
because there's a lot. It's people want the glory of something, and then they don't. Then the hard work comes, and it's intimidating.
No.
It's a special kind of crazy to do something like this.
Yes.
Because it's literally going, up and down in terms of the journey. So I think the class is about to start. Oh yeah, we got 5 minutes. You want to move this to the other room?
Yeah, we could definitely move to the other room.
We're gonna switch rooms. There's another class that's about to start. Give us a quick second. Here's a transition sound effect, I guess.